Mama G was just saying, look like we're having a yard sale, but it is not a yard sale. It is a to-go sale.
Right. This is a preparation sale. We don't know what is coming, but we are preparing for something.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Mama G was just saying, look like we're having a yard sale, but it is not a yard sale. It is a to-go sale.
Right. This is a preparation sale. We don't know what is coming, but we are preparing for something.
Exactly.
Right? Because based on past experience, Sister Marvet, we can see that something is about to come. We are not sure what it is, but we are preparing. Henceforth, we are here to show you some of the ways that you can prepare if there is an emergency and you have to go.
Exactly. We have been very fortunate as a family. I started prepping go bag, we call it. So it's an emergency bag where if you have only a few minutes to leave the house, that bag is ready, prepared, waiting. You can just grab it and go. And my family started preparing during the pandemic. That was a change for my family. Never in all my life had I seen anything like that, where the world was shut down. So from that moment, we went back to prophecy, went back to the Bible, started looking at what is to come, what they have said, and it makes sense that we are prepared in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, to move if we had to.
Okay, and so we also see that we have two hurricanes came back to back, right? We are seeing that Venezuela is suffering now. We know that earthquake doesn't really give us any time,
Right.
but if you have your thing packed like close to the exit and you can run and grab a bag,
Exactly.
and run out, you might can save yourself and save your family from a lot of things.
Exactly. Because when we look back at Melissa last year, not even a year yet, and I went down to Westmoreland side, and the disaster was so overwhelming. Houses were flat. People, I don't know where they stayed for those days immediately after. I don't know where they got water, but it was very traumatic. Even a week after, 2 weeks after, people were still suffering. So what we have done basically is to show how we can do our small part to help our families to have a 72 hours of preparedness for any eventuality. It could be a fire.
Right.
Can be an earthquake.
Yes.
Can be a hurricane.
Yes.
We don't know what.
We don't know.
We might have to just leave our homes, and we want to be prepared.
Okay, so you're going to show us now, Sister Marvet, what are in these bags? What are these? And what are they for?
All right. So, as we said, the reason we have a go bag at home is to respond quickly during emergencies. We also want to reduce panic and confusion.
Yes.
We want to be able to meet basic needs when services are disrupted.
Okay.
I'm sure the other day with the All Island blackout, some people had problems because they need the electricity for whatever services. I know people who need electricity to sleep at night because they sleep on a machine. Right. So this is a good way also of protecting myself and my family, and also to assist others who may not have prepared during a crisis. So those are the reasons we have it. And we know that having this go bag, this emergency preparedness, it is not what people call a conspiracy theory. No, it is actually biblical. And we have seen, based on last year with Melissa, that it is very important that we make preparation for crisis and emergencies. Proverbs 22:3 says, "A prudent man forsake the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished." I don't know about you, Mama G, but I don't want to be in that punishment.
You know, you are right, Sister Marvet, because I remember in Melissa, people were complaining to me that they went to the shelters and there was nothing there for them. And
Exactly.
if they had a bag with something in it, they
wouldn't have suffered as much.
Right. So it's better to be prepared.
Right, because I'm thinking that I am not leaving it up to the government or anybody to have my family prepare for my family. So let us say we're going to a shelter. I
Right.
don't know if they have water there. I don't know if they have food there. I don't know if we can get a bed to sleep on or even
A change of clothes for yourself.
Exactly.
Mhm.
So I think it is very important that I prepare for my family for
Okay.
that. Right. So I'm just going to show you some of the things that we have prepared. Now, when you're preparing a go bag, every go bag, ours is a family bag. It's three of us in the family that are going to be moving because three of us live together.
Right.
There are other members of the family, but they are not always there.
Okay.
How about you? What is
Well,
your
you say,
situation?
well, it's four of us, basically, right? And each member should know where their bag is. At least all the bags should be one place, but each member should know which bag to take up because I
Right.
can't carry all the
That's
bags, right? So I'll say I'll take the medical bag and my knapsack, my
Right.
backpack, right?
Yes.
Everybody take. Maybe somebody have to take a tent.
Yes.
Somebody have to take the bucket with the food,
Right.
right? Right.
It's similar in my
Right.
situation.
Somebody have to take the bucket with the food. Somebody
Right.
have to take the water or
Yes.
whatever. But it's really everybody.
It's a
have their
family
own,
go
right?
together. So everyone, all three of us, has a backpack, but we also bring something else. So my husband is responsible for the food bucket.
Okay.
Yes, this is our food bucket here.
Okay.
I am responsible for the water. We have two of these with water, and I am also responsible. This is tools for the tool bag. Jonathan, he would bring his backpack as well as one of the water because we have two of these. So one of the most important things that we need to have is water. So we have done our water like this, these small bottles,
Okay.
and this backpack, this lunch bag really, it's just a lunch bag, holds 18 here now, which is about 2 gallons, which is good. By research, it is said that we need 3 gallons, a gallon per person per day. So we would need 3 gallons for the day, but hopefully we're not in a situation where we can't find any water.
Right.
But we still have to ensure that we have our own. So water is one of the first things that we have. The next thing now is food. Now, we are advised that we should bring non-perishable
Yes.
food. So, you know, like granola bars and crackers, nuts, dried fruit, peanut butter, and other
Crackers, yes.
other non-perishables.
Right.
But guess what now, Mama G?
Mhm.
Unfortunately for me, everything on this list I'm allergic to.
Wow. Sorry to hear about
Yes.
that.
So our food container is especially prepared that I am going to have to cook
Oh,
because
my.
I can't eat crackers,
Yes.
I can't eat bread, I can't eat the nuts, all of that. So, and that is something that I want us to realize too, that your go bags might have to be very personalized.
Yes.
Right, very
Because it depends
personalized.
on your health issues.
Your health issues, right? So basically, this is our food bucket. It has the mega punch, which is boost. This is a porridge. We have water in there. Now I want to show you something though. There is oats that you can. So because I'm going to have to cook,
Okay.
so I have my pots for cooking. So this is a camping pot.
Okay.
So basically, this is the pot and this is a frying pan that you can use. So it's easy, and there's a
Nice.
kettle inside as well.
Okay.
So these you can buy online. I didn't always have it, but over the years I have upgraded to getting it because I have been planning.
Oh.
So So this is cute. I like
Yes,
it. It's easy to
excited.
and your cups.
Yes, if you
Yes.
if it's even one meal, you
Yes.
won't die of hunger.
No. And because I have the dietary restrictions, so I have
Yes.
to be careful with that. So we have that there. And I have especially, I don't like quinoa, but it's highly nutritious and easy to cook.
Okay, yes.
So when you're in an emergency situation, you want to go with what is convenient because easier than rice to cook, and the nutrition is so high.
Right.
So I would go with the quinoa, as well as wanted to bring. I have red peas cooked already, so it's in the tin.
Well,
Bungo
okay.
peas, all those peas that we eat because we practice good health, so flesh wouldn't make
Right.
sense
No,
in this
no, no.
situation anyway.
You wouldn't have anywhere to store flesh either.
Exactly. So basically,
That's it.
that's how we would have to do.
Yeah.
So how would we cook? Well, this is Jamaica, so I think we're fortunate in that we must can find 2 pieces of wood
Yeah, of
somewhere
course, of course.
and make up a fire. So inside here I have my fire starter. So it would have to be a next video we will show you. I also have lighter. I also have matches in there, so I will be able to make a fire in there and cook with that. So that would be the food. We have a knife in there, a lot of things. I would have to spend a lot of time to empty it, but just so you get the idea that is there. And you have a bucket too, which is similar. You have your food, but your family can take the nuts and all of that.
Yes.
So we have peanut butter inside as well. Whatever they can have is there, but because of me, I have to cook because I'm allergic to all of that.
I notice now that most of your stuff are in plastics.
Right.
I like that.
Yes.
You know, even your clothing or so you are
because for example, take if it's a hurricane and there is flooding or wherever you go, so it is very good if you can package your things in plastic. This is a mosquito net.
Wow.
So it's there. These are my slippers because maybe we go to a shelter and I can bathe, so I have the slippers, or even to take off my shoes. Because when you are leaving, when you're evacuating, it's important that you dress for the occasion. Try to put your clothes right beside the bag so you can immediately, if you have the time, for example, in a hurricane, you can actually put on. You can get clothes specialized for that. I'm going to try to upgrade this year by getting a pants with the pockets that could hold, because look at this.
Oh, right.
See, I have a water bottle here. So if I had the pants with the pockets, yes, I could put 2 more waters in there or something
you know,
else.
The pants that look like the soldier pants then.
Yes, that type. I'm trying to get one. Leon has one, but I'm trying to get one for myself this year. And your shoes should be important.
This is a hiking shoes,
this is
guys.
hiking
This is the
shoes,
real
good
one.
for walking.
To go into the bush.
Yes. So heavy duty shoes, I think, is very important for that. Right. Also, the bag. You saw me with my bag. I got this bag because it holds so much. All these things can be packed into this bag. So originally I had a regular backpack like yours. John still has one of that, but I upgraded to getting one of these, and I don't regret making that investment.
Yes, maybe I need to upgrade too. Maybe I need to upgrade
and get one of that. So we've gone through the water. You need food, first aid. Now I love your bag.
Okay.
So you can go through.
Yes.
I have first aid too, but it's just a small one like this.
Yes, we have peroxide here. And I think this is some A&D ointment. If you get any itch or so, you can put it on it. We have match.
So even like this now, Mama G will be good to put in a plastic bag.
Okay. Right. Yes. These are something for sting and bites. Because you know, if you're out there, you're gonna get bites.
Yes.
You're gonna get sting.
I have mask in mine too.
Yes, this is vapor. Yeah, we have mask. We have bandage. If in case of suppose
cuts,
right.
So it's very comprehensive.
Right.
That's I can almost perform surgery.
Yes, and we have
essential oil,
peppermint.
And I want to say that your your first aid kit can be a combination of pharmaceuticals as well as
Yes.
herbs and oils, because not everybody can use pharmaceuticals. I'm one of those who is allergic to those type of things, so I have to go on the side of the herbs, but make it a combination, because there's somebody in my family who is asthmatic, so I have to make sure that the pump is there.
Right,
If you
right.
have family members who are they have what's the problem when you say you have sugar again? What's the medical term? Diabetic.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. High blood
And
pressure.
high blood hypertensive. So you have to ensure that those things would be in the medical bag. So you have
Yes.
an excellent medical bag
Yes,
here.
man. We have castor
Right.
oil, we have a Vaseline.
Yes.
We have you have to have little medication, because sometimes we know that the herbs maybe doesn't work as fast, and
Right.
sometimes you need to
Right. Those for treatment. So for
Right.
emergencies, you need those things, because if someone has diarrhea or
Right,
a
right.
headache or things
Right.
like that,
And so
we have
this we have a
those.
little vitamin also.
Exactly.
You know, Panadol. We have a little
Exactly.
Panadol if somebody have a headache.
Exactly.
You can't get to you don't have any Panadol plant where you are.
Right.
Have a
Gentian violet.
right.
So you get a cut.
That is yes,
and all
yes,
of that.
right.
And
So-
one of the things I'm thinking that we
Cottons.
have to ensure that we have in the emergency medical kit is, I love your knife. I have mine too. Is in case of a hurricane or even an earthquake, think of the trauma that comes with it. So diarrhea, for example, we need to plan for that. We need to
Okay.
plan for fever, and we need to plan for like headache and people who are traumatized, because
Yes.
in terms of that, those things. So when you're packing the kit, to
Right.
remember to have those things, so we can put those things on. So now, after the first aid, now I have light and communication. Now, the next category we have of things you should think about is lighting and communication. So in my bag here, I have several lights. I love this one the best. It's a solar flashlight,
Okay.
because you don't have to think about battery, even though it can be charged using electricity. You just plug in there. But if you don't have any light, like we didn't for 6 weeks after Melissa, you can always use the sun to charge. So I love that. I have a small one, so this could be used inside the tent. It's also solar. This one uses battery, but it's inside the tent. So replace to make sure you have extra batteries to put with that. This one, if you're going outside in the dark, so this one you wear over your head,
Okay.
right? Or if you're doing something and it's dark, you can put it over. So I like these. And these are rechargeable as well. And good old-fashioned candle.
Okay.
In case you don't have any of these gadgets. But it's a candle. I like this one because it won't fall over so easy, because it's in there. Smells good too. So you can run mosquito.
Okay. Nice.
Yes, and I make
we
sure-
have this mosquito destroyer too. We have to make
Yes,
sure.
and I make sure that I pack it in a bubble so that it won't, if should it fall, it's not so easily broken.
Right.
So this is why I have it like this. So these are my lighting, and there are so many other more lights that are available. I don't have the radio one, but this comes with a radio that you could use. But it's
Okay.
not this, but you could get one like this, the solar
radio,
with a
yes,
radio.
yes.
Yes. And you know, if you have your cell phone, you could have a little charger that uses the sun
Right.
as well with that. But I leave that to the technology people
Right,
in my
right.
family. That's not me. Right. All right, so next category, you have to think about shelter.
Right.
Because if you evacuate from home, you're planning to go to a shelter, but if you can't reach a shelter, then where are you going to stay? You need some covering. So a tent.
Right. This is a tent.
Right.
And we have more than one.
Yes,
Each
we do
person-
too. We have 3.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
More than one tent. So you
Very
have
easy to
tent,
carry.
Yeah. You just
And set up.
this stuff.
Right. We're actually going to set it up so you can see how it looks.
Okay.
Right. So very easy to carry, and this one can sleep 4 people very easy. So that's a shelter. However, there is something as simple as, if you don't have the tent, make sure you have
Falling,
tarpaulin.
yes.
Because even with the tent, we have tarpaulin. So I have two. As one you can put on the ground inside the tent, or you can put it over, different size. We also have an emergency, very simple shelter here that you can set up to help with it. So if it is even tarpaulin, you ensure that you can start packing your emergency evacuation bag today with that, and then later on you can upgrade to these ready-made tents that are so easy to take with you.
Yes, and they're online. They're easily not
Right.
that expensive,
No.
you know.
So then now your clothing. It's very important that you have a change of clothes. I'm female, so maybe that's why my change of clothes is
So big.
so big. So inside I ensure I get cold easily, so I make sure that I have a sweater. If you notice that I also had a jacket around me when I was leaving, so it doubles it up. You know, long sleeves I think are important because for warmth,
Yes, it's true.
as well as mosquito.
Yeah, and you don't know the route that you might have to take.
Exactly, you don't
You
know
know?
where you're going,
Right,
all
you
of
might go
that.
through some bushes
Socks,
and yes.
underwear.
Mhm.
I have a shirt under here that I could take off this outer one, so if it's hot,
Wow.
so I can keep cool with that. So basic. I also have a skirt in here, a nice skirt. And let me tell you what I packed the skirt specifically. Tell you what the skirt is for. We are females. We can't stand and go to the tree and take a pee. Supposing you are somewhere, there are others there and you really need to go.
Yes,
With the
you
skirt,
urinate
you
it.
can
Yeah,
stoop down and nobody
yes.
can see what is
That's
going
so
on.
good.
So that's why I have
like
the skirt.
that.
Yes. And
Good
I had an
idea.
experience with that. And
Yes.
that is why I know
Well,
put the skirt in there.
I have to repack again, you know, Sister Margaret. Trust me, you're teaching me a lot.
Yes.
I'm not fully there at all.
Right.
That's
So
a good idea.
yes. So your long sleeves important, your short sleeve, warm clothes, because I get so cold and you don't know at night how low the temperature will go.
Yes.
Praise the Lord, we don't have winter here, that is
Right.
snow, but we still need to be warm. So it's important. And again, in the plastic bag, easy
Yes.
to access.
Even if rain fall or rain is falling at the time, your things won't get messed up.
Right.
Dry.
Poncho for rain and
Okay.
a raincoat. So this is
Okay.
so simple. But if you don't have one, something as simple as a garbage bag,
Okay.
you can just put 2 holes and cover yourself.
Right.
That will keep you from the ravages of the rain.
True.
So it's very simple. So the next category of things that you need to think about is your hygiene.
Okay.
Your hygiene bag. And I have one specially here. We're Jamaican and we love beard. But
Yes.
suppose we can't beard.
You have your wipes.
Some wipes.
Yes.
You have your tissue. You understand? And you just a little pouch here with
Right.
soap and
Yes.
toothbrush, toothpaste, a comb. Like that. I am going to be combing here. You understand? But somebody else might need it
Right.
in case we have some water and we can wash. We can wash out our clothes because we don't know how long we're going to be there. So hygiene is very important at this time. So your rags and all of that. But this is my favorite part of hygiene. This is a collapsible bucket.
Okay.
Yes, so you never know what will happen to you, you know, as a female.
Yes.
Right, so you know you need to pack your feminine hygiene products. So suppose I can get a bottle of water. Here is my bath.
Okay.
So I just pour my water in here and I can bathe with my one bottle of water.
Yes.
Then wash out whatever my underwear if I am. Put it somewhere to dry. And I'm
This
good.
is good.
Yes,
This
I have
is
one of
good.
these for the kitchen as well. So
Okay.
when I got this,
Mhm.
it was 2 of them. So you can buy them in a set of 1, 2, 3, up to 5.
Okay.
It's not expensive either. But what I love is the way it's collapsible. After you finish, you dry it out.
And you fold it
Fold
up.
it
and
up.
you're gone again.
You're good to go. You can just put it in and you're okay. Where did it
Yeah,
come from?
at least you feel fresh. You can fresh up
Yes,
yourself.
definitely. So hygiene is important. And this is the one now. This is the tool bag. My husband loved this one. So your duct tape, your gloves, and I have 2 sets of gloves, cord, because
Yes.
suppose you don't have a tent. But even if you do have a tent, you might need to anchor it. Zip tie is in here. Scissors.
Knife? Is this a knife?
Yes, but it's a saw knife, so you can
Okay.
actually cut. I've been using it. It needs to be looked after, but these are easily accessible now. Rope and compass, all kind of things. Some of the things I don't even know what they are, but my husband knows I'm responsible for this. So that is there. But this is my favorite one. So you have a little,
Like a hammer. That looks like a hammer?
yeah, it's a hammer. It's a multi-tool. So this is a little axe.
Axe. Okay.
Yes, all kind of things here. Some of them I don't even know what they are.
Knife is in it.
Yes, all of this. So it's a little multi-tool.
Open everything.
Yes, that is there.
Very
So
good, very good.
very good for that.
I think I want to be close by to you. I hope the Lord take me where you are, Sister Margaret, because it seems as if you are well prepared and you have everything.
Well, not exactly everything, but enough, because we've been doing it a long time. So, and we go out and camp, so we realize what we want. So this now, because I'm a female and I'm a creature of comfort, this is for the, you recognize this? Shower curtain.
Yes, a shower curtain.
So if my husband just get me some sticks,
okay,
and put up a little frame, I have 2 shower curtains in there that I can make a little enclosure.
So you can get a shower.
So I can, or do something. I might want to use the bathroom.
Okay.
So I'm gonna dig a hole, but I don't want to be exposed.
Right.
Because you never know who else is going to be there with you. So just to provide some privacy. And I love this one too. This is a shovel.
Wow.
Yes, so you can dig a hole, do your business, cover it back up, and we're good to go. Right, and this comes with a picker as well with it. So very simple. Right, and they have there's a smaller one to it, you know. But I love this heavy duty one. So it's easy to carry with you because it holds in the bag just the same. I don't know if I have the small one, a smaller. I think it's inside here. Yes. The smaller one.
Okay.
This is also.
Okay.
Yes. This one looks more like for sky.
Yeah.
But you would attach it. Yes. So this is easy to use for digging holes to cover, because we have to be very careful in disasters and emergencies.
Yeah, because
what we do with our waste. Yes.
Right. You don't want anything to get
polluted and all of that. So, and if you notice, we keep our tools in a container by themselves, so it's very easy to access and can use. And even my machete, I made this. I use it often. You need to sharpen now.
Okay.
But I made it. It's in my bag, good to go. Because you don't know if you're going into the bushes, even to get the piece of food to cook that I need. So I have that here.
We may not be 100% prepared, but I think we're like 80%
yes, we could. Yes, I think so too.
There.
And as I said, there are some other little things that might be, for example, this mosquito net.
Yes.
To go in the tent, because you don't know where you're going and you want to prevent that. Unfortunately for me, I've had dengue 4 times.
Wow.
So mosquito and I are not friends.
Yes.
So I have to ensure that I have that. I have newspaper and garbage bags, because you never know what you're going to need it for. So I ensure I have these. Easy to carry, no problem at all. I have my little Bible.
Yes.
And my notebook and pens, so I can leave a note. I can read. Right. So when I bought this Bible, I bought it specifically for my go bag.
Wow.
Right?
That is good.
Yes.
You're going to need the word.
Yes. And little quotes, Bible verses that can help you, so you can put them on cards. So quick access, so you can remind yourself, keep calm. Because I had to do that during Melissa. It was so traumatic that I had to just keep reading those little cards and comforting myself. I also have this little pot here, should in case we get water, that I can boil the water, although I have the kettle in there. But this is quick and easy, and it holds.
You can make some tea or something.
Yes. So, and the cup.
Right.
I can do it in, so it's good. And put it back. there. And basically, I could live out in the bush for 3 days based on this that we have.
Of course.
And for my prime creature comfort now, my chair.
Oh.
Although we could sit on a stump,
Yes,
but this is a folding chair, so
Okay.
easy
Yes, and
to put
small.
together. Yes.
Right.
So you could. And there are many other gadgets that you could put together that are easy to transport and to use. It's just for you to know that, listen, this is important, and never say never, because
Right.
even though, have you ever had to evacuate your home for any emergency?
No, I don't. I've never.
I've been that fortunate too, that never had to, but I've prepared several times. My first preparation for evacuation was in Hurricane Ivan.
Okay.
I was living by myself with my 3 young children, and I figured that the roof was gonna go, so I prepared then, but God be praised, that was not the case.
Never have to.
Almost, but not. So that was good.
But we learn from other people, right? We see
Exactly.
what have happened. People had to leave their homes, and you know, as we are saying now, look at what is happening in Venezuela.
Exactly.
People have to be with their family or be at shelter. Everything is
And
demolished.
they're at the mercy of somebody else.
Wow, yes. So just imagine if you have something can keep you and help you, it will also take the burden off other people.
Exactly.
And you know, you will feel a little bit more comfortable.
Comfortable, yes, definitely. So it's important for that.
So guys, we're encouraging you. It's a lot, but little by little,
Exactly.
as you go to the store or wherever, and you just buy something to store away, you will never realize how much you have achieved after a while.
Exactly.
Just do it little by little.
Yes.
And as you say, Sister Margaret, you put it where you can have an easy
Access.
right? Both exit and access.
Right.
What I'm doing now, I make sure I keep the key in the door, because I don't want to be looking for key.
Okay.
Anything should happen, like you hear an earthquake and you have to be looking. No, you run straight to the door and you open and you leave.
Okay. Well, we don't keep keys in the door, but we have a key rack at a special place, and everybody knows that's where the keys are.
Okay.
So, and you know which key for where, so you can quickly grab to go. So that's how we do it there. So remember also that your documents should be one place. My documents are not in this bag now, but they are somewhere that I know, because I usually use them as such, but they can be easily stuffed into the bag.
You are so right, because I remember when Melissa, government was saying that,
Yes.
bring your documents to show that it is your place.
Right.
And you understand?
Yes.
And they should have it in the office, but it is your responsibility to protect yourself and to keep your documents safe. Your birth certificates, your land title.
If it is even certified copies,
Right.
you know, that would be a good idea, Mama G, if I could get my documents copied and certified to say this is a true copy of. Right. So even though I know that my originals are somewhere that I can easily stuff in, anything can happen. So I should upgrade the bag. We'd have certified copies of those things inside here. And also cash. So we should try to have small notes. I think like a $5,000 in my bag would be a good idea, because you can never tell. You have to run out. And you need something, you can buy it, because not everything will be cut off. In the case of the hurricane, after a few days, you can get things, you might have to buy it.
Yeah, you might have to go far to get it, but at least.
Right, so you would have
That's a good
some
idea.
cash. Yes. Good idea. So those are the items there. So remember, if you have personal things, for example, my glasses, I have a reading glass that needs to go in there, because I can't see anything without the glasses. So if you have, remember to personalize according to your particular need.
Okay. So let us know what you think about this. Put your thoughts in the comments, and just let us know, so that we also need to improve. So you can tell us that if you think we left off this or left off that. You know, we appreciate it. And so like, share, and subscribe. And thank you for watching.
Okay. Nothing. We're relaxing.